In this lesson titled Sorting, we are in Workbook Lesson 12, Data Management, and we're on the Sorting Worksheet tab. Sorting is probably the most common function in Excel. It's something that you'll use daily and on just about every Excel document. So let's take a look at a few of the different ways that we can sort and what it means exactly when we say we sort something. So for instance, if I was to sort on a building name, if I wanted to maybe put these building names in alphabetical order, it's important to realize that it doesn't just sort these independently, it actually would sort these as rows. So this row would move up and down and be put in alphabetical order based on the first letter in the building column. So if that makes sense, we're moving the position of rows around when we sort. If we were to sort, say, just these items, and in Excel you can do that, it would scramble our data. West would no longer be associated perhaps with this name and department. So for the most part, Excel will always assume that when we sort, we're just simply picking the information in that column, but the other associated columns that make up a row is what is going to move up and down into a new order. So let's look at a few ways that we can sort. Let's sort by last name. So here we have employee name, and luckily it is last name, comma, first name. So the way we sort is we just simply select any cell in the column that we're interested in. Sometimes you might think, well, I want to sort the employee column, so I need to select the whole column. Or you might think, well, everything in here I need to sort, so I need to sort everything and select everything. No, that's not the case. Excel is smart enough that if you just click on one item in that column, it knows sort the column and the associated data. So with that selected, there's a couple of ways we can do it. First of all, we can find it on our Home tab. So we're on Home tab right now, and on the far right we'll see Sort and Filter. And if I click on that, one of my options is Sort A to Z or Sort Z to A. Now if I select numbers, it'll say largest to smallest or smallest to largest. It's aware of the kind of data that we've clicked on. So I'm just going to say A to Z. And you can see that these names now, starting with the last name here, is all sorted A to Z. And all of its associated information was sorted with it. Let's come over here to a number. Let's take like the years column. And we're going to sort a different way. This time we're going to right click and we're just going to go down to sort. We get the very same commands. So here's A to Z, Z to A, and because they're numbers, it's saying sort smallest to largest, sort largest to smallest. Let's do largest to smallest. And so now we've sorted on those, with 16 being the largest number and coming down. We haven't even looked at how many rows we have. There might be quite a few. One hint to the fact that there's lots of rows is our scroll bar over here is very small, and that tells us that we have a lot of rows. Well, there's a shortcut to get to the bottom, and that is you can just select any cell and you can do Control down arrow, and that will take you to the bottom of your data. Not the bottom of Excel, but the bottom of your data. And we see over here we have 742 rows. So that's a lot of data, and it's sorting it very quickly. Let's go to the top again with another shortcut called Control Home. And that takes us all the way up to A1 when we hit Control Home. So there's one more place where we can find sorting, and let's sort on the department this time, and that's found in the Data tab, and we have these A to Z and Z to A sort buttons. So I can do A to Z, and we see we have Account Management now at the top of our list. Well, all of these examples, the Home tab sort, the right click sort, and the Data tab quick sort right here are all examples of what we would call quick sort. It's different than custom sort, and I want to show that to you now. On our Data tab, this is a custom sort button, and on our Home tab, you would have to click on Sort and Filter and choose Custom Sort to get there. But they're both custom sort, and this is what they look like. A custom sort lets you choose anywhere in your data and sort on any column, and then add even more layers or more levels to your sorting. Now, you noticed as soon as I clicked on Custom Sort, it highlighted all of my contiguous data, meaning everything that's connected. So you might want to check your data first and make sure it's all connected before you start sorting. You wouldn't want to have any blank rows or columns, because that would break your sort, and the data past those breaks, past the rows or columns, would not sort. Well, now that we know that all of our data is truly contiguous, it's all connected, I'm going to use a different way of getting there. Just for practice, I'm going to go to Data and then hit the Sort button. Again, this is the same as the other custom sort. So here I can choose the column and the value and the order. So I'm going to start with building. So let's sort by building. And I want building, we want to sort on the value, and I'm going to sort it A to Z. But I'm going to add another layer to it. Let's see, add layer. Next, I'm going to sort by department. Come here to department, A to Z, and then I'm going to add one more value. Then I'm going to sort by name, employee name. But in this case, I'm going to go Z to A, so last name. So when I click OK, we're going to sort by 3 different columns. And in Excel, you can add hundreds of these levels if you need them. But I'm just doing 3. Building first, department, and then name. And let's see how this affects our data. I'll click OK. So first we sorted by the building column. So we see being first. It's the closest to A because we were going A to Z. And then next was department. So we saw the A's and then E, F, I. And then we did by last name, but we did Z to A. So being, accounting, and then I see the ones associated with accounting, so started with V, and then N, and then M. So you can see 3 different layers of sorting in our data. So custom sort can be very useful for making your data as useful as possible.